Hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to my channel, Walk the Cut. My mission to walk all 2,000 miles of Britain's canal towpaths. I'm here for the history, the nature, the canal-side pubs and the people I meet on the way. Last year was a bad year for me. I was seriously ill with ulcerative colitis, a chronic condition that causes painful inflammation in the gut. It left me weak, anxious and afraid to leave the house. This walk is my way of rebuilding, raising awareness of IBD, inflammatory bowel disease, and proving that even after a serious illness, you can take on something big, one step at a time. I started this journey on the Stratford-upon-Avon Canal, and the first stages are already on Instagram and my other socials. The response there has been so incredible, it's what inspired me to start this channel. So if you want to see how it all began, head over and take a look. Right, and here I go, setting off on the next 5-mile stretch from the Wharf Tavern to Lowsonford. I've just left the Wharf Tavern now and I'm back on the towpath after about a week, and as you can see the weather isn't so hot, which is fantastic, although there is of course a chance of it raining today. So I've got my waterproofs and I'm not going to let anything like weather ruin my walks. You'll notice that I'll be walking in all weathers hopefully. So yeah, let's get going. One of the things I'm looking forward to on today's walk are the locks. The first proper locks at Lapworth. Got the Lapworth flight that I'll be going down. The first proper locks on this canal, which is of course my first canal. So yeah, a good experience. I think technically, according to the book, Norton stop lock is technically accounted as a lock, but it's not really a proper lock as in the sense I'm thinking about. The path's already starting to get a bit more overgrown than in the previous stretches, as you can see here. It'll be interesting to see what it's like as I get further into the countryside. As you might be able to tell, I'm using my new camera equipment because I've got such a good response to the videos I've been posting on Instagram so far. I thought I would take it up a notch and put out some longer form videos on YouTube, and obviously all the other footage will come off of this as well. So got decent microphones, decent cameras, so yeah, hopefully you'll notice a big difference. Just coming up to something here, looks like a bridge. Looks like a lift bridge, it's similar to the one back at the drawbridge inn. Look at this old mechanism that would have previously been used to lift the bridges. Hockley Heath drawbridge. The current mechanism that boaters can use. I love it when you come across narrow boats moored up along the canal. Really looking forward to meeting some of you guys hearing about your experiences on your boats. I'm spreading these walks out in sections. I've got a job and a family, so I can't be out on the towpaths every day, but I'll be getting out there as often as I can. It's going to take me a few years to walk all 2,000 miles of Britain's waterways, and that's part of the journey. Slow, steady, and one step at a time. It also means I'll have plenty of material to put out on YouTube and my social media channels. So I thought I'd take a few seconds to explain what it is I'm doing in terms of posting content, in case you hadn't worked it out already. So in reality, I'm actually quite a bit further on than I am in the videos that I've been posting out. So right now, for example, I'm going to be finishing at Lowsonford at the Fleur de Lis today, hopefully eating a pie. One of you guys recommended them, so I'm going to give them a good go. But the videos that I'm actually releasing, because they've been reels on Instagram, they're only 3 minutes long, so I've been staggering the release of the videos to sort of draw it out rather than rushing it all in one sort of post. And I think at this particular moment on the videos, I'm just about to post Wedge's Bakery, which I did on my last walk. A bit further back, and you'll see these videos in a week or two as well, just in case you're wondering what's going on. It looks like we're now approaching the first lock, which I think is Lapworth Top Lock, number 2. It's really cool when you see them up close. They look a lot bigger in real life than they do on YouTube videos and people's pictures. That's impressive for a first lock. There's a whole flight of them coming up. We're just coming up to the next one now, lock number 3. Number 3. I'd be really interested to know if anyone else is doing this currently. Planning to walk all the canal towpaths in Britain. I'd really like to hear from you and find out what your experiences have been so far. You know, and things to watch out for, all that kind of stuff. So if you're currently engaged in doing something like what I'm doing here, reach out and ping me a message, and be good to chat to you. It looks like here the towpath might cross over. Might cross over to the right side for the first time on the Stratford-upon-Avon Canal Towpath. This is lock number 4. Just came across a really nice couple, just passing the last lock there. They were taking their narrow boat through on their way to Kings Norton, where I started a couple of walks ago. And who knows where they're going beyond that. I managed to get a few good shots of their boat coming through. But yeah, they understandably didn't want their faces in the shots. But if you ever listen to this, thank you for allowing me to film your boat. Much appreciated. It's quite fascinating actually watching like locks, gates, all that kind of stuff actually in operation, with boats passing through them. And as the gentleman said, soon, you know, there's a lot of stoppages and canals you can't navigate, and low water levels and all that kind of stuff happening. So it'll be interesting to see as I progress on my walks how quiet it's going to get on the canals. If that does happen, that'll be quite a shame, because one of the reasons I'm wanting to do this is to connect with people, to meet with different types of people on the towpath, on the water, that I wouldn't have met otherwise. And if the water levels continue to drop, and you know, you're not allowed to kind of go on the canals, that'll have an impact on this walk. But you know, I've still got 2,000 miles to go, so I'm sure it'll be fine. It's so good to be back out on a towpath again. I've really needed it this week. That headspace. Lock number 7. I think this is the first of the split bridges that I've heard about in the books. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, these bridges are split so that when horses in the early days of the canals were towing the narrow boats along the canal, and they were trotting up the towpath, the ropes attached to the boats could go through that slit in the bridge. And the idea being that you wouldn't have to take it off the horse and then put it back on the other side. And from this point onwards, I think there's a lot of those split bridges. There's a lot of locks in a row here. This one's number 9. I think I'm going to take a pause here on this bench and have a drink. I'm finding it's really good to just pause in a place and to really just kind of try and soak up the atmosphere. One thing I really like about this spot is the sound of the water rushing through the lock gates there, and the birds singing. It's not really spoiled by the sounds of traffic in the distance. At the moment, I think we're here at Lock 9. As you can see, there's a series of locks here as we descend into Kingswood Junction. So we're very close to Kingswood Junction here, where we'll take a pause. I'll have a coffee and change the battery in this camera. And then we're going to carry on moving down here and work our way down to Lowsonford, where we're going to stop at the Fleur-de-Lis pub and try out those pies. Right, we're ready to set off again. Making good progress along these locks. They're fascinating, you know. Amazing bits of engineering. There's a lovely smell of bacon along here. One of the things I'm doing on these walks is stopping at every single canal-side pub I come across, and this is the location of the Boot Inn. Unfortunately, the Boot Inn is closed at the moment. I'm a little bit too early, so I'm going to push on towards Kingswood Junction and see what's going on there. Just around this bend, I think, is Kingswood Junction. Just up there. Number 16. And that one must be 17. 17 locks. It's starting to get peckish now. Hope the Fleur-de-Lis open when I get to Lowsford. That pie's starting to sound very good. I think we're here. Kingswood Junction. Right. Gonna have a little explore around here and then hopefully have a drink or something. Got a flask of coffee. Might sit on this bench here and just soak in the atmosphere, change the battery, look at the map and then carry on. Cheers. It's a really peaceful spot, this. Once I've had my coffee, I'll walk around and get some shots for you. Kingswood Junction is a quiet but fascinating spot where two historic canals meet, the Stratford-upon-Avon Canal and the Grand Union. It was once a key crossroads for working boats carrying coal, goods and cargo across the Midlands. Today, it's a peaceful place where you can still feel that sense of connection, not just between waterways, but between past and present. Stratford, this way. Stratford and a pie, or at least Lonesford, and a bloody good pie waiting for me not far up the towpath. That beautiful barrel-roofed cottage that I keep reading about. This is a lovely spot. Can you imagine living here? This is now the south section. I've left the north section and proceeding along the south section of the Stratford-upon-Avon Canal Towpath. Supposed to be some good bits along here that I'm looking forward to seeing. Like the aqueducts and some of these places. We're crossing back over to the other side. There we go. I'm looking forward to meeting a guy called Taz up at Lonesford. He works for the Canal and Rivers Trust. And he's responsible, I believe, for the Midlands area and engaging with people, raising awareness about the canals and that sort of thing. So he's going to join me on the walk from Lonesford, the Fleur-de-Lis, and we're going to walk to Wilmcote together. So there'll be plenty of opportunities to hear what Taz has got to say about the canals, the towpaths, and the people that use them. Just got to the 13-mile mark. "13 miles since we left Kings Norton and the place where it meets the Birmingham and Worcester Canal, which will be my next walk. 13 miles down, another 2 today. We'll get up to the 15-miler mark. Still got thousands of miles left to go. Yes, lots to see, lots to do, lots of beers to drink, lots of places to see, lots of people to meet. Another one of those split bridges. And another barrel-roofed cottage. I'd love to live in a place like this, can you imagine? Beautiful. Be out on the towpath every day. Meeting some really nice boating people today that have let me get some shots going through locks and stuff like that, and I really appreciate people engaging with me, showing interest, and of course I'm really interested in their experiences as well, especially if they're living on boats and or just travelling around the country on these boats. It's amazing. So if you do spot me and you're on a boat, give us a shout, and I'd love to meet you. Not much longer now, and we'll be arriving at the Fleur-de-Lis at Lowsonford, yeah. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to having pint number 5, I think it is. Pint number 5 and a pie, if they're selling them at this time. And that'll be the end of my walk for today, to be picked up again on Wednesday when I meet Taz from the Canal and Rivers Trust at the Fleur-de-Lis, and when we pick up the walk and carry on to Wilmcote, possibly even into Stratford itself. We'll see how we get on. Just for clarity, that's pint number 5 on the whole walk so far, not pint number 5 this morning. Nearly there now. Nearly there. That is a sight for sore eyes. The Fleur-de-Lis across the water there. I'm just wondering if I have to go back to the previous bridge to get across, or whether there's another bridge a little bit further on. We'll have to find out. It looks like it's open anyway, thank God. A nice cold beer and a pie sound absolutely amazing. I'm starting to think I do have to go back. Aha. There's a bridge just there. Perfect. Loving these low bridge arches. Very atmospheric. This looks like it might be way up onto the road and the end of today's walk. Yeah. over here. This beer can't come too soon. Oh God. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you've enjoyed this, hit subscribe and come along with me as I walk all 2,000 miles of Britain's canal towpaths. There's a long way to go, and I'd love to have you with me for the journey. One lock, one pub, and 1 mile at a time. Well, I've made it. I've made it to the fleur-de-lis. This is pint number 5. A pint called fleur-de-lis, which actually tastes amazing. Unfortunately, they're not serving pies until later, so I'm going to have to miss out, or at least when I start here on Wednesday, maybe I can start off with a pie. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, pint number 5. Oh, there really is nothing better than an ice-cold IPA at the end of a long walk. Anyway, until next time.